A groundbreaking day, running our first heats ever at one of the best rights in the world.
You know, excitement is really the understatement for me. I've been jumping out of my skin all morning. There's been, you know, flashes of brilliance. Obviously, Kieran, the Commissioner's office, taking a real long time to just assess the situation. Big south swell, so we want that to wrap around into this little beautiful bay here. Yeah, he is. I mean, have a look at this wave from Mick Fanning. He looks like he's going to roll the dice. It starts to ledge up. Is he too deep?
Mick Fanning, super deep, goes down on the takeoff and had to take a look. Meanwhile, Kelly further down the line gets clipped as well. We'll see the rest of this racetrack just run down this beautiful point. And now Leo Fioravanti, the rookie, has priority with 20 to go.
I kind of feel, makes you sort of feel good about that little scenario. Makes you realize these guys are human. You know, there's a little bit of pressure right there. Mick too deep. Went down. Kelly, exactly the same scenario. Took off late and unfortunately didn't make that one. Let's have a look at Mick. Let's see what happened with him. Super late, a lot of wind, just a little bit too far forward on his board. And then Kelly under the lip as well, cops it in the head and goes down. If they didn't make that wave, no one would have. So a missed opportunity there for Kelly especially. I think Mick, regardless of even making that, he was way too deep. So Leo in a box seat right now with priority. They come through that inside section. That one didn't quite have sort of hold up right. Let's have a look at Mick's gonna go this one.
Mick again, starting to set up his first hook of this matchup. Clean carve off the top for Mick Fanning, off the roof, and he gets a two-turn combination. Could just feel his game plan changing. Didn't capitalize on a big start out the back. Now getting a number on the board with 18:40 to go.
That's just smart surfing right there from Mick. You know, nothing too crazy, obviously. Realizing he just needed a score. And, you know, it's not going to be a huge one, but it's going to give him a little bit more confidence, maybe change up the rhythm. Let's have a look here as he finds those little inside waves that I was talking about. Just a trademark turn there from Mick. And again, a real critical floater maneuver to finish off with a sort of a late drop on that. So beautiful conditions here this morning. Ultimately, these guys are looking for the tube ride, but because of how sort of sporadic the sets are, you've kind of got to roll the dice on those smaller inside waves and just post the score.
Smart move for Mick Fanning, a 3.17. Kelly still second, needing a 3.21. Leo hasn't taken a wave yet. 17:50 to go.
What about the locals that you kind of tap on the shoulder and ask for the forecast? What kind of information are you getting from down south, and what could we be looking at here this afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, best case scenario is that swell was a little delayed, so 4 to 5 hours delayed would be awesome. And then we're going to see this thing, you know, build through the afternoon a little bit more. We've already seen it fill in, you know, as the days kind of come on. So we're hoping it's going to fill in. The tide's going out this afternoon. Things are kind of coming together, and the wind's great right now.
Bringing us to venues like this. KP talked about the production crew and everyone behind the scenes that really didn't sleep last night to make this dream come true. Waking up this morning, we knew it was a little bit slow, but we weren't moving anywhere just in case we could get little barrels like this. Kelly getting the best one so far.
I mean, you get a wave like this, it's probably most people's dream wave of a lifetime, but for Kelly, it's just another wave, really. Perfect little insider. That's that inside bowl I was talking about, Joe, that misses that outside sort of ledge where Leo was sitting and waiting. Have a look at this wave here. I mean, this was absolutely perfect. Kelly just setting it up, just slotted himself nice and perfect in there, in and out. And then just sort of a little floater maneuver, having a bit of fun with it. Not a huge score, 4.17. Judges are wanting to see more from the 11-time world champion, Mick, with the 3.17. So just small scores to kick things off this morning. But how beautiful was that wave?
Gorgeous. You're looking at that setup for the barrel, 4.17. Going from these sand bottom right-handers on the Gold Coast into the Wild West with a ton of swell. Kelly into a double up. Chips in from out the back, and now it's opening wide for the 11-time world champ. Not super deep, but a creative start to enter that wave. Love that thing doubling up. We'll have that one under the 4.17.
That's that little inside I was talking about, Joe. We're up in the judges' tower, just keeping a close eye on that. And every now and again, there was a beauty that would go through, and he's smart. He's been picking those ones. Let's have a look at this thing here. Didn't look like much, did it? But watch this as he drives over the ledge. Now look, the thing doubles in size and just goes inside out. Perfect positioning there for Kelly Slater. Not a deep, huge barrel, but it's going to be a nice little backup. Look at that ledge. tricky wave to ride. Got to show a lot of commitment. And one mistake right there, and you're in a pretty tricky situation, that's for sure.
What a cool read for Kelly. Almost looked like he gave himself a little toe in as he got into the double up. Thing just started spinning around him. He got the quick vision. It's not going to be a big score, 3.9, but it's definitely fun to watch. Fanning now needs a 4.9. Leo Fioravanti still hasn't made a move. It needs an 8.07. It sort of seems like a kind of day where there might be one surfer just sitting out the back. KP and everyone got everything together to make it possible to actually have the world's best surf, one of their favorite corners in the world. Leo Fioravanti now on his first wave of the matchup, approaching the 5-minute warning. Just stretching this one out down the line, going for a big tail high reverse, and ends up going down. So the rookie from Rome, Italy, waiting a long time with priority, and ends up falling on his first decision. As we pass the 5-minute warning, I want to say a big good morning to head judge Richie Porta. Thanks for being with us, Rich.
Don't just turn up and start judging. We watch for hours and scale ourselves up, and we'll just watch Mick here, and I'll get back to you.
Thank you, Richie, for the time. A quick one there for Fanning again. Up and down on a couple of strikes in this matchup. And so we'll see the rest of this wave rifling through unridden on a rare fall for Fanning once again, Potts. Doesn't look too interested. Mick last in the line. He's decided to make a move here. Quickly off the roof. Great connection for Fanning. And a solid whip on the end section. Nice and vertical. And he'll hang on down to 1:30 to go.
That's surfing for you. You know, you heard Richie Porter talk about the fact that there are these lulls that come through, and we've been timing them. You know, there's sometimes roughly about 8 to 10 minutes between the sets. And sometimes you get these crazy lulls that last pretty much 30 minutes, and that's kind of what happened. We didn't really see what North Point has to offer so far this morning, so fingers crossed the next heat lights up.